for ACC or
now. Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome here to the TCR Challenge. We're approaching through the conclusion of this series here for round 7 out of 10, and we return back to the European continent here for Barcelona as it hosts round 7. A very exciting race back over at Kyalami, and a previous race over in the last time we were actually here in Italy in Magione means that Barcelona holds the high anticipation as the series draws to a close here in this Touring Cars Championship. I'm joined alongside with me. Hey gamer, hello, how are you? Yeah, indeed. As we mentioned before, round 7 of this very interesting championship. It's been quite of a mixed bag. We have seen many multiple race winners here, and Hyundai still the only ones enabling with that 7 kilograms of ballast still 7 rounds in, but still seems to be a very strong favor here. The Cupra is seems to struggle a lot more than the Hyundais as we've seen previously, but seem to have sort of a change in form, I believe. Well, previously, last time they had a good showing was actually back over at Sepang, but Vittorio Day, he himself has been continuing to push forth with his Audi, and would had a race win back in Magione and also a third in Kyalami. So as it stands, it seems to be Audi's been pretty good in this second half of the season. Indeed, Tani, upon his debut here in the TCR Challenge, got in third place on his first outing with the Audi, and made a grand return over to Kyalami, which he's finished 10th, still 12th in the standings, despite having missed 5 races, and to top that off with pole, well, not pole, but the fastest lap now, and about look at that gap though, 200s away from Marcel Miku, probably one of the big good MVPs of the MX5s just a few minutes prior, and Tommaso Sorbi completes for an Italian 1-3 here in the Spanish country. So I'm sure the Marc Marquez fans will be very proud of that. Course with Miku as well. Last race he finished 18th, and Panka 53 came off with a very important race win. In fact, it was his second that season, equaling Miku's best and Day's best, also back in round 5, and extended that gap 226 points to Miku's 170. Day having missed 2 races, he's still just behind with 138. But Pega 53 seems to be during practice, is not here. So, oh no, he is here. He hasn't set a lap. So he's come in last minute without much practice, at least during the official practice sessions, as the countdown ticks, and qualifying will begin very shortly.
able to close up that gap a bit in the final closing rounds. As right now qualifying has started and Weber is on an out lap right now.
I've just realised I have accidentally muted you for the start of the intro. I sincerely apologise to our viewers and also
Have I
to
been
you.
talking to nobody the entire time?
I'm very sorry.
Very
It does.
schizophrenic at early on in the broadcast right now.
No, as you have silently mentioned, Marcel Miku very good for the MX5s, very good for the former Tara series as well, and a lot to benefit from as Nareshto wide out from that corner. Not quite good, but at least it's still there fine for the time being.
I would not be surprised if Marcel Migu right now knows every single drop of asphalt on this track after the 4 races pretty much before right now his 5th and final of the weekend around Barcelona. I would be tired of this track by now, but it's clear he has a great amount of perseverance in these races, and yeah, he's gonna go for it again.
Man, that was so good during the MX5s. It's sort of a completely different animal having to tame these TCR cars. Although he's got the trusty Elantra on his at will. And we're running aboard with him now, exiting out through the final corner, coming out from the chicane. Flat out here. Pressure through third, through to fourth. We're going to be nearly reaching top speeds, maximizing the gear as he possibly can. That will be one of his outlaps, I believe.
Exactly, every car right now is on its outlap and they're starting to push right now, so it's gonna be an exciting few minutes. As you
Indeed.
see Marcel Miku taking the first chicane, turn 1 and 2 into turn 3, a long sweeping right-hander. It pretty much goes an entire 180 degrees in total, as Miku really using all of the track there on his right, which he will probably also do on the entrance towards turn 4 right now. Front wheel drive these cars, so turn in is very important and in my opinion very difficult, so all the more props towards these drivers.
Brakes very hard down to Seat corner. Bit swiggly out from the exit. Still keeps it through and nice and tidy. Again, very difficult. It's the one that tests all of your driving strengths. Slow corners, medium corners, high speed corners. Catalonia has been known to be the great equalizer here in the racing world. Notoriously very good for testing, as is the case for F1 and also in other series.
Exactly, and it also has, yeah, like you said before, a great blend of corners. You can go slow, you can go fast. With F1 it's mainly fast right now, which is kind of unfortunate, but whatever makes the track more fun or safer.
Indeed, and
There's
that's
Miku
why.
right now.
Indeed.
Sorry for cutting you off, man.
No. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Continue on.
Yeah, Miku right now in sector 3, the final chicane to round off his first qualifying lap. If I'm correct, these drivers will probably have a full tank and keep pushing until qualifying is pretty much over, so the laps will probably go faster and faster as he crosses the finish line with a 1:45.5.
Very
Oh, that wasn't
impressive.
even Miku's lap.
I think it
My bad.
was.
Well,
Might have been.
up top it said Weber, so
Oh wow! So Miku must have invalidated some way through. Didn't quite go check in through on that. Sorby, the man that was in third place, goes across the line. Don't think there'll be any improvement there. Timing tower hasn't shown up, but
yeah,
I
no,
think we'll
we're
just
gonna
give it
have
a
to
bit
be
of a while.
patient, I think.
Indeed, not a lot of time. 5 minutes left to go, especially with one being an outlap and other. I think Miku has been validated. Needs to figure out a way to do it. Thank you, Ramson, and Tuik242 for the follows, and Cami as well for the hydrate.
Well, at least all the qualifying times are a mystery for everyone right now, so except for the drivers, of course, but there won't be much focus on that for them. They just have to keep on pushing out the laps and then occasionally checking, okay, has anybody gone faster? Have I gone faster? And yeah, mainly focus. That's all you want. You want to keep all your eyes on the track, on the corner, on your throttle, just to produce the best possible lap you can.
I think I may have just realized a set of course is not capturing the audio. Weird.
I can hear the audio on the Discord stream though.
Oh, there we go. Back over through in action. Sorby, man, that was in P3. I've managed to fix it. That could have almost ended in tears. 5 minutes has already passed. 4 left to go. Tommaso Sorby, Miku has finally set a lap time for himself of 54.0. And Weber Narash is the man that was the fastest out on his on the first run. And it was a 22, so about 2/10 off. There you go, see the timing screens now, switching over through places. Penka, 53, a 54.7. He has got 7/10 from behind. Can Sorby improve? 2/10 off. Does improve, but it's not enough. And he still remains in 4th.
I think he's gonna go try for another outlap and then a quick push lap, which he of course has a time for right now. So we're looking at Petralia going wide there, it looked like a bit, or just very much on the limit of the track. Going through the sweeping right-hander, using all the AstroTurf, nearly clipping the grass, but luckily not. Lots of curb there, very surprised for that. Makes a turn very nicely, again on the limit of grip, through the final corner. Nearly at the finish line, we'll see what lap time they set. Oh, it's an outlap, and I've been completely wrong. So, but yeah, at least they still have 2 laps left, if they have enough fuel.
I think Jeremy is also going to start for his flying lap, I believe.
Yep,
he will
there
do.
He goes, yeah.
Let's see with Miku though. Can he able to improve it any more further than he possibly can? About 1/10 slower than his provisional best. And you can see Weber down for the background. He's going to be starting his flying lap now. 2.5 minutes left to go here for the TCR challenge. Can he do anything to save it? 2/10 off slower. Crosses the line. And he is just 2/10 off almost exactly. Weber will be starting through his fly lap now. What can Penka do? Penka's actually gone 4 seconds slower. Lost it through the second sector. And Sorby Tani will go through. I think that was Petralia that has. No, she hasn't left. I think. Not sure what's happened there. Yeah, Penka 5 seconds off. We've seen any more improvements.
He's lucky right now to still have enough time for another lap, but after that it's done. It's a make or break right now. So we're on board with Leila Petralia, now Alessio Tani, my bad.
Sorby, Tani gonna go out for their laps. With their 5 laps, they'll have about just so many left to go. In fact, it will be a one and done deal for those two. I don't think Miku will have enough time. It is maybe possible he might have enough time to complete his last lap. Tani will start for his. Petralia through the final corner. She was on for her outlap. Coming through the final
up
corner.
1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Lost a
very
bit time
impressive.
there on the curb.
A good one on the board for the Cupra. Up to P5.
I mean, improvements are improvements, but you can tell it did not really help much on the straight as we look at Jeremy, who's 3/10 up on his personal best right now.
Yeah, and 11th is the best that the newcomer from Italy can do for the time being.
He still has 1 lap left right now, so I think Marcel might be able to do another lap if he has the fuel required, but he looks to be down 2/10 again. Will he go for another lap? That's a real question we should be asking right now.
Yes, he is. He's going to go for another lap. Watching that Hyundai approach nearly 240 kilometers an hour before braking very hard down through turn 1. Andrew Taggart also going to have another go. He promotes himself up into 7th. Qualifying will be over and done with. Samuel Pizarra stuck in 8th. And Penka, I think, just following through behind. He's still counted, so he's still bound for him. Jack 3 on 3 crosses the line. The best that he could do, 0391. The best that he could do is 9th, 156.44. And Bellman, indeed, 10th for him. Here we go. Tommaso, one of the best for the top three, I believe. Goes through across the line. No improvement for him. He sticks in fourth. Oh, Tani
Looks like a
rescues.
Tani right now moving up into P2, but still Miku on pole.
Petralia improves even further. 5/10ths faster. Where's this going to land her? Crosses the line. I think that might have been invalidated.
I
That you can
think
do
it was invalidated, yeah.
Yeah, I think so
Nothing
as well.
moved.
Weber, I don't think is improving enough. Must have had a mistake earlier on.
I mean, it's still seeing an outlap, so
Well,
that's strange.
the time it is done, so I don't think it'll be anything for Weber. So the best he can do through his third out from the final corner. Won't be any improvements on the board. But what can Miki do? The man that holds pole position, can he extend it even further? Through across the line he goes. Just too far off, but it's enough to work pole position for Miku, I believe. Tiger.
More cars still on track going for it.
Yeah.
It looks like Andrew won't be able to do it. 2 tenths down on his best.
Ooh. What can Pekka 53 do? No improvement. Wow. And that will round up qualifying here for Barcelona. Marcel Miku, extremely important pole position in regards to his championship pursuit up against Pekka 53 with Tani in second and Webber Nash, very good for him in third. Pekka 53 mentioned before in fourth. Tommaso Sorbi fifth. Lele Petralia in sixth. Andrew Taggart seventh. Piazza eighth. Jack 031391 in ninth. Samuel Bellman 10th and Jeremy in 11th. Quite a...
Weber is still driving on track though, which I find very strange right now. Still no improvements. I mean, it's strange because he did cross the finish line when qualifying was pretty much already over, so
yeah,
gotta appreciate the dedication, but it's not gonna bring you anywhere.
Well, might as well ride on board with him through the final two courses he goes. What a drift. Could it be a timing issue, I wonder, for himself as he exits out through the penultimate corner, flat out through the final corner? Any improvements for the Chinese driver? Crosses the line. Oh, he's only third. I think that will be qualified, and Miku is also on track. Also parked.
I do have to say the top 5 is very close. All within around 6 of each other. Yeah, 6. Which
Indeed.
will probably produce some great racing.
Absolutely. What used to be like complete Hyundai dominance is now being under heavily pressured. Miku will have to worry about the two Audis behind in Alessio Tani and Weber Narashto, second and third respectively. Pekka 53, bit far from the pace. Usually he's in the top 3 during qualifying, but this time he's 4th. And we'll have to worry about Tommaso Sorbi behind him, who was really good during practice. He will be starting through 5th. Lele Petralia, the highest of the Cupras, in 6th, followed by Andrew Taggart, second of the Cupras. They will share row 3. And Saviro Piazza makes it an Italian 2, 5, 6, 8 with Jack 0391 in 9th, and Selmy Bellman 10th, and Jeremy in 12th. 11th. 11 car grid for the race here at Barcelona. Any guesses to yourself who might win?
It's very difficult to call because Marcel Miku usually has an amazing start. He just flies off there. But the last few races here around Barcelona have not been won from pole. So it will be very difficult to see since Alessio Tani, less than a 10th gap towards him in qualifying. I think the race will be extremely close in the top 3 at least. And then P4 and 5 will probably be able to also fight for it. Then I think there will be a slight skill gap towards P6 and the rest of the grid, but anything can happen, and that's the beauty of racing.
Fine words from Arthur, I must say. Indeed. All eyes now turned to Miku. He's going to be the one leading us through for the start. 6 lights awaits for us here in Spain, and I believe we'll carry on through to the rest of the series, after which following through we'll be going over to Laguna Seca in almost a very completely different track to Catalonia here. A good chance to put close onto the championship lead for Miku against Penka. I think it also will be the last time that we'll be in Europe until Nürburgring.
Yeah, exactly. Plus also, Laguna Seca very fun to race at, especially at a corkscrew. If you're able to make a pass there, you can pretty much pass anywhere. So also really looking forward to that race. But right now, Barcelona, it's really make or break for Miku. He has to really capitalize off of this pole and hopefully gain enough points for the championship compared to Penka. But I wouldn't discard Penka too. But even though he had a bad qualifying compared to Miku, I still think he'll make up a few positions.
Penka has not finished outside of the top 3 since back in round 1. Ever since then, he has always gotten into the podium for 5 rounds consecutively, and again topped that off with his 2nd race win. Miku has a chance to make it 3 race wins in a row if he can convert his pole position to a win. We have to find out here. The 6 lights are going to come on now. The fans are waiting. Everyone's revving their engines. The 3, the 4, the 5, the 6 lights are on. They're off, and we're underway here. How's the start looking for Miku?
Looks
He's
like
got a pretty good
start,
start,
he's
actually.
leading the field.
It is actually a very good start, though. A bit of a challenge over towards the back from the field. And how's that going to look down for turn 1? Tani, I think, loses a bit of grip. We'll have to see for the rest of the field. Ooh, Tani!
Ooh, Tani off.
And that's such a momentum changer for Tani that was doing so well during qualifying and has lost it all and has to try and recover. Jeremy's still over for the back though. Andrew Taggart's lost a bit of the momentum as well, lost 2 positions on 4th, and Petralia then in 4th in the battle here between Penka and Piazza. Penka's actually not doing a very good start. He's in the midst of this battle for P4. Piazza makes through Petralia though. And Piazza looks trying to down for the inside onto Penka. He does!
Oh!
That's the championship leader. Also losing momentum. And now Penka under trouble from Layla. Layla makes the move over through turn 5, swings it through 6. Penka has to try and hold it through. You know your race is not going very well when you're getting overtaken by Cooper. Swings around for the outside. Layla does. And she gets up into 5th. Meanwhile, we see in the back there, Jack. I know, Jack 0391 side by side with Bellman, breaking hard here. Needs to be very careful. Swings for the outside, a little bit of contact, and he goes a bit wide. That was Andrew Taggart in the background, also going wide, I believe. And Jack, look at this, swings further around the outside, heading through the 3rd sector, tries to keep it under control. Need to worry about Andrew behind, too much of the gravel, keeps it back on through track. Jeremy also goes a bit wide. Oh my goodness me, I think that was Layla. Layla's gone sideways out from the sausage curve. Yeah, but she manages to control it and takes it back down.
Oh, we'll see if that gets counted as a competitive advantage, as it looks like she's giving this place back. So good sportsmanship there, as we're right now heading down to lap 2 of this 30-minute race here. Still Miku in the lead with a 1.7 gap right now.
Layla looking down for the inside onto Penka 53, the championship leader, down for turn 1. Lost that lead, back in the sausage curve. She's looking to try and reclaim it back. Tries to look for the switchback. Penka defends, and look at this, it's too much. He has to go sideways, and then Layla's going to be able to capitalize it. Pushes it just a little bit off, squeezes it, but will be able to take advantage. Belma goes off in the background. Layla holds for the inside line, down for turn 4. What brilliant racing we're seeing here.
It's not going good for Banker right now, though. No, for overtaking him, but will he try to make the move down the inside right now?
Yes, he is.
Too much on the curb, slightly on the grass. They're still side by side. It keeps on going as he's right now ahead.
Bellman on the gravel. Bellman on the gravel. The
Yeah,
exit
Bellman
through turn 5. and manages to recover a bit for the time being.
I mean, it did look like earlier he was already having issues going off a bit, as I see quite a few cars take a bit of grass there when they're rolling off the curb, but right now Tommaso losing the position to... Oh! It's not NASCAR, guys. Let's keep it clean. That was a massive pit maneuver right there. Not good. I mean, what was even that? It's a complete pit maneuver there.
Weber Narashto comes off the worst of it, slots down to P5, gives Pekka a bit to fend off from Layla for the time being. Out from the exit, the Chinese driver goes. The man that was probably looking to be what was one of his best races, honestly, has gone crashing down. Miku fastest lap for 154.6. Leash Weber, for the way this stands, he would still looking on for a career best in the TCR this season. But Layla's hoping to get it into a familiar 6th place indeed. And for turn 1, they both go. Tanya in the background, also down for the inside. Ooh, very close. Tani, I think, overdone it just a little bit. Jack swings for the outside through turn 3. And he does. Good move there by Jack to hold on to 7th for the time being.
They're already fighting very hard, and it's just the opening stages of the race. I think near the end of the race, if we still have some close gaps, it's going to be straight up murder at times. As we are looking at Nerashto right now, taking the turn well as Layla slides a bit, drifts through the corner, losing a bit of time to the car ahead, but still holding on. And no, a bit too much drifting. I mean, it's like the MX-5 qualifying at the end. It's drifting, but it doesn't win you time.
Overcooked it through turn 7. Layla will have still a bit of ground between herself and Tanya, at least for the time being. But Tanya, being a top 3 qualifier, can convert that to pace. Might be able to do that. Although still under pressure from Jack 0391. Hasn't quite completely left them over in the dust. Sorby, I believe, I think, the only driver left holding the Audis. As Petralia has gained positions. I think that was... Has Taggart fallen, I think?
Somebody who has really dropped down his chair, so I would not be surprised if he gets lapped by the end of the race. He's right now 46 seconds behind Beilman.
That does happen. We
Side
have
by side
seen
right now with Taggart.
Taggart under pressure from Neil-minute saves. And look at this. For this on board. Side by side for turn 1. Can he get his front axle up against his rear axle? Taggart locks up. Concentrating.
Beilman is really struggling with the straight line speed there. He was behind, very close at the end of the final corner, but he just dropped down near the end. So it could be that Taggart just has that much better straight line speed. Plus Beilman, he has been pushing the car quite a bit, going off a few times. So we'll see how it all, rounds up for him. But it's not looking the best right now.
Look at this off the front between Pekka and Piazza. This is going to be for P3. Pekka has to try to make sure it's not going to be the worst race for from 6. Round 1. Contact indeed. Pekka goes in through, down, switch back from 7 and 8. Makes it up into 3rd. I think we saw it down in the background, I believe. That might have been between Narashto and Piazza as well. That's going to be 3-10, so this is going to be a 3-car battle for P3, and this will allow for Layla to maybe catch up if the fight ensues or continues. Weber, look at this, swings right through, down the inside, coming through turn 10, and will make the move. Indeed, Andrew Taggart, meanwhile, pressure is through, contact between Taggart and Jack. And how is this going to fare for Jack? Beilman cuts a bit through the corner, allows to make the move. Petralia loses out on P6 over to Tani. It's like bumper cars here.
Everything's happening right now. Cars going off, cars hitting each other as we see contact up ahead with P4 and P5, but they're still keeping it fairly clean as they're heading towards the main straight. Close racing all around, except, Miku dominating at the front right now, but that's not what we're looking at right now. As Weber takes a very, very right side of the track, Will he make the move stick? No contact! He's
No,
off.
he didn't. He
Does
is off.
save it?
He does save
He's
it.
still on.
And
And
Day
Layla,
holds around for the outside. And Day, look, Tani, look at this. Holds on through. Maybe even make
Tani
three
goes
positions.
for it.
He does go for it. Almost going to gain 2 positions in the pan of 1 sector. Is it even going to be doable? Let's have a look.
I think Layla has the best seats in the house right now. These cars are going at it. As Weber slightly loses position, but really trying to make the move. No, Layla is going for a move on Weber. As he goes wide, Layla takes a position. Is there a switch round? No, Layla keeps a position and Weber just drops down right now.
Indeed, a switchback, however, didn't really quite work out. Layla again, just a bit sideways, but keeps hold of it at least for the time being. Up into 6, she goes, trying to reclaim 5th. That has been taken away from her by Tani, but my goodness me, Tani managing to gain that much momentum is nothing short of an incredible. As see that Weber trying to get Layla off. Oh, that was contact between Layla and Tani. Tani comes off the
Tani
worst of
off,
it.
Layla makes contact.
Yep, she does so. Who was that going a bit wide? That was Jack 0391. And I think gained an advantage in the process, I think. Does so.
Might have, but I don't blame him. I mean, 2 parked cars pretty much. 1 parked car which Layla hit, and then she was the parked car just going very slowly, and you know, you have to try to avoid the car to avoid taking damage yourself. As of right now, still contact. Come on guys, bump drafting's not for corners, it's for the main straight.
No, indeed.
They're making it work.
And using the slipstream at least, look at this 5-car slipstream indeed. Layla is going to be able to reclaim that position back from Jack. I think he did take a very action, but I think he just gained too much of an advantage for Layla's
5 cars now.
Oh my goodness me! Oh, and another contact again!
Saves it, but yeah, it's getting a bit too much right now. I mean, it's fun to see 5 cars racing closely together, but not like this, guys. This contact, we shouldn't have it, but the car is still holding on, still all together, fighting.
The fight is spraying out a bit more. You can see on the timing tower up ahead, 2 seconds between Mika and Sorby, 6 seconds between Pekka 53 and Sorby, and then Piazza has 4 seconds between Pekka and himself, Namashto. 3.4 seconds indeed, and Jack 0391 is going to get for the closest battle on track now. Against himself against Andrew Taggart now, going for the holding down for the inside of turn 7, 3 to 8. Was that the racing surface?
It's very difficult to say, but it did look like he didn't even take a curve there. He just completely went over the AstroTurf. But at least Taggart is able to re-attack right now into the turn. As Layla also goes for the move on Bileman. Will it stick? No, she doesn't go for it, and Taggart remains in front. Contact again! It keeps happening there in turn 10. As Jack's off right now, we can see quite a bit of damage on his left side, but yeah. I think we're able to count him out for the battle right now, as the gap's gone down to 5 seconds from him to Layla up ahead.
He comes off worst of it.
Of contact here.
Yeah, indeed, he comes off worst of it. Layla get least benefits a bit, gains a position. We'll have Bielman in behind to try and make an overtake. Closest fight on track we have now for the time being. 18 minutes left to go here. An incredible electrifying 12 minutes we've already just seen here at Barcelona now. Using the slipstream, just holding a bit behind. Gonna continue on for a charge up against Andrew Taggart now, holding down for the inside of turn 1. Does dive bomb. Bielman cuts her off. Ooh, and too much on the curb for the Hyundai driver. Will allow for Layla to come on through. Out from turn 3 they go. She takes a wider exit, hoping to gain more speed, and maybe looking for an overtake down for turn 4. Could it be? We might see. She doesn't quite commit to it.
No, not yet.
Looking for it. Oh, actually, no. It
Oh,
does work.
Bileman's off.
Bileman goes off.
He's been overdriving that car for a while now. It's strange it only happened now, but you will have to try and catch back up. The gap's 2.2 seconds, and Jack right now 1.4 behind him. It's only getting better for Jack right now with these offs right now. He might have a chance to make some more positions up later, but no. The gaps have really formed right now.
Looking over for the trap pressure from behind. This battle is allowed for Andrew to run away. Indeed, the great thing for Layla at least is that the battle has concluded, and as a result, she'll be able to put her sole focus onto Taggart for the time being, and she does have the pace to potentially follow through with that, but especially with the qualifying run that she's had. Andrew Taggart a bit wide, and that has reduced it down substantially. It's cost him 5/10.
Exactly, and Layla is right on his gearbox right now, as we can see Miku setting the fastest lap of the race, but he's just leading up in front, nothing to see there. But here, Taggart going a bit wonky over the curve. They're going almost side by side into the final corner as Layla makes the move, but doesn't carry enough speed, it looks like. Will Taggart go for the slipstream? Yes, he will. Will he bump draft though to gain a competitive advantage against Bileman behind and maybe catch up to Danny? No, because it's clear the keeper right now from Layla is having more straight line speed than what Taggart is getting. She still leads out of turn 1 right now.
Indeed, for someone that was fighting in P3, could be a bit of a momentum shifter to be fighting for P7. Good move for her out from the final corner. Taggart can't really follow through. He's gone wide again. Maybe trying to hope for speed to carry through, but it's not really paying off for him. Breaking down inside for turn 4. Layla just looks up a tiny bit, but has a better exit, I believe, to hold that gap further. And you're just trying to maximize as much as the slipstream he possibly can. Against the Italian driver, Layla a bit sideways out from the exit through 4.
It's also clear that their battle is creating an easier environment for Bileman to catch up, but I do think he went wide because he lost 3 tenths. Layla also goes wide, which gives Taggart right now a closer look at the car and a closer look at a position farther up the field as he's in the slipstream right now. He will go for the move probably into turn 10 right now. No, he yields right now, so he's probably saving it up for the end of the lap onto the main straight. Yeah, tactical games right now as Bileman also 1 second behind Taggart right now. It's all getting closer and closer, and I think we're gonna have a three-way fight again.
Indeed, quite struggles from Layla through 7, 9, and also a bit through 10. Taggart's trying to capitalize. One of his best, actually, first and second sectors of his drive thus far. We've approached half the waypoint. Great improvement from Andrew coming through the final sector. Means that this will be his personal best in terms of race for the time being. 57.2. Layla still improves though, and is kind of pulling away.
Right now the race is kind of dying down. Everybody's in their spots as we're over halfway through the race. Only 13 minutes and 30 or so seconds to go, as we still see some fights at the back, but Miku also slightly dropping pace, not by much, as Pekka, right now the championship leader, is in P3, managing the gap. He has nothing to worry about. The car behind him is nearly 6 seconds behind, and he would need to catch 8.5 seconds just in order to, get P2, which is almost impossible. As Neeraj, though, is within a second of Piazza. Don't know if anything will happen there, but it could happen.
Indeed, one of Miko's strongest drives thus to date. For himself, the Czech driver would be extraordinarily thrilled with this, and hopefully it'll be more signs of things to come. Jeremy will to go ahead and cross the line. It'll be about a couple of seconds. It is possibly doable that Jeremy might be able to be playing a hand here in the way of lap traffic. Of course, lots of things can happen. Indeed, with lap traffic, as we've known previously beforehand in the previously before we have discussed about lap traffic in Le Mans Ultimate, and well, for this to come its way could be a bit of a block for himself. Indeed, this is going to be a battle between Bellman and Taggart though for P8, closest battle on track. Also Narashto catching up to within a second between himself and Piazza. So these are the main fights to look out for the time being.
Exactly, as Samuel right now a bit too far back to make a move, so you will have to push a bit to get even closer. take the fight up further as Layla slightly moving away from Taggart right now. So if she keeps up the pace, she has nothing to worry about, as Bauman and Andrew might most likely fight as Samuel takes a bit too much curb, went a bit wide there, lost a slight bit of time. He's still going for it, still within that second, which he so desperately needs.
Just trying to see here for if Andrew can get a good enough exit from turn 4 to mitigate. No, he can't. Two sideways for the Irishman. Yeah, but Andrew had a worser exit than Bellman did. This will allow a good opportunity for Bellman to capitalize right at the rear end of Taggart. He goes. And this will mean that a move can probably happen very soon. He's going to try it right now.
Into
That's very
turn
opportunistic.
9.
Very opportunistic there from Samuel. Is it going to pay off? Let's see.
They're side by side right now. They're very similarly on top speed. They do give each other quite a bit of room right now, though. When Bileman right now moves up into 8th place, runs wide, will Andrew be able to capitalize off of it? It doesn't look like it now. We'll really have to push in these final few corners to hopefully close enough in the straight to hopefully slipstream there and make a move down into turn 1, as we're following Narashto. Also going for a move, he's being forced wide right now. They're going too wide down the main straight, barreling down into turn 1. Will the Audi outbrake the Hyundai? Will he? And yes, he does. He takes the position away. As there's a switchback. Hyundai goes wide though, and the Audi takes it. The Hyundai took a bit of gravel there, slid a bit across the AstroTurf as Narashto right now moves up into P4.
Currently on a one-woman mission now, sets the fastest lap of the race thus far. And Corbe fast beats Miku's fastest time. Indeed, at least for Narashto, will be very happy to hold on to that for the time being. The rear end of that wheel locked up a bit. So Piazza been able to capitalize it. It's currently fourth is the highest placed Audi that we have for the time being. Both Narashto and Tandy both involved in one incident in the early stages of the race. Means that their 2 and 3 places unqualified can't really convert themselves into a podium just for the time being. And with 9 seconds between Narashto and Penka, could seal their deal. But you know,
down the grid, Taggart is also getting back close to Bileman, so that could also be something as they're heading through turn 9 right now. Next overtaking opportunity right there into turn 10, where they both went on the grass a bit. Does he have the speed? It doesn't look like it, but Shaq has also caught up again, so it's going to be a 3-way battle between these 3 drivers as they're in sector 3 right now, still moving, keeping up the pace, all within a second of each other.
Taggart holds for the inside line in comparison to Bellman, who tries to go for the outside line, and Bellman, a lot of sausage curb, follow through the chicane. Mind you with Taggart, see if he can get a good exit. Bit wide, but at least he still keeps on fourth. Think Jack behind him, the winner out of all that. Out for the final corner as they go, and Jack will have the slipstream, but Andrew will also have the slipstream for up ahead. Paces off a bit for the time being. Piazza now pressuring Narashto. It hasn't quite completely left. And Webber feeling a bit of the effects of the pressure. A big lock up from that Audi will allow for the Hyundai to capitalise.
Right now, he's still behind, really putting the pressure on, staying very close, not deviating from his line. Really Narashto in a bit of dangerous position by being that close. One mistake from Narashto and it's done for him right now. The other still moves as they're going to turn 9 right now. 6/10 gap. As takes a corner, he lifts a bit, gets onto the throttle. And a good time as Narashto takes a gravel. Does this help Piazza enough to make the move down the inside in turn 10? It looks like he's staying behind right now to make the move into turn 1 later, but he's nearly touching him. They're so close together right now to this technical section. Long right-hander right now. Just enough curb.
Super close. Taggart makes the move onto Bellman, and the lap traffic we were talking about before is indeed playing its part, and it has paid off pretty dividendly. Bellman down for the inside. Jack will be able to capitalize maybe if Andrew is too focused up ahead onto Bellman. Let's see here. No, not quite. At least with Sorby.
Yeah, no.
Sorby does benefit from Miku's lap traffic up ahead. It's now gone down to 1.4 seconds. That might be as close as it will ever get. Petralia again, fastest lap. Proves by Tev, 4:54.89. Trying to do everything she can to catch up to Tani.
I only now noticed that the rear wing on the Cupra is lodged into the rear view window, which is very special. But yeah, Layla, fastest laps, these three drivers still battling, and Miku has lost a second compared to the start. It's a 1.7 second gap right now. He's kind of getting it back up right now as Taggart goes for the move on Bileman. He makes it stick as they're heading into turn 4 right now. Will Taggart, Bileman, go for another move? It doesn't look like it for now as
Yes,
Taggart goes a bit wide.
Oh, he's almost tried to make the move, but he just can't quite do it. Taggart too deep in bit. Did it last for Bellman to capitalize. He's trying to go for the switchback. He does go for the switchback. But what will happen here? Ryan forward with Jack 0391 to follow this fight between Bellman and Taggart. Looks up for turn 7. Out from 8. Piazza Nashto. They're in the midst of the battle themselves. And Bellman tries to look for the inside of Taggart, but can't do much. But look at this. Savira Piazza is making a move up in the Rashto. Indeed. Oh my goodness. The fight has indeed carried on through. Bit of lag issues a bit just for the time being, but we should be fine. Back in action now. Bellman on for the back of Andrew Taggart now. Through 10, out from 11. Is he going to make it
outside?
It'll be very cool if he can make the move, but there's not enough traction outside that racing line, and the Hyundai has to concede just for the time being.
Those Hyundais are taking much more sausage grip, though, I noticed, compared to Taggart right now. As Bileman, he's going for it. He slides a bit there. He will be perfectly in the slipstream. He should be able to make a move stick into turn 1. We don't know yet, as he's really patiently sitting behind right now. Same for Jack, he's still there waiting for the perfect opportunity. And will we see something happen? No, right now. Yes, yes, he goes for it. Late move, he goes off. Very unfortunate from Bileman. He's really overdriving the car this race. It's unfortunate to see, but great effort either way throughout the race thus far, as we still have 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. But yeah, that was a special, very late move. I thought he was going to yield. It took so long for that move to happen.
Oh my word, that was so close indeed, and could have ended in tears. Taggart avoided it very carefully, and as a result, allows to rise. Not sure what happened to Dillman though. I think he lost a bit of that brake momentum. But Jack, meanwhile,
goes
up for the inside of turn 7. Yep, is he going to make the move and maybe make it stick? Let's have a look. Oh, they're still going to be side by side. He'll have the outside and have this top speed though, Jack, and surely we'll be able to capitalize. No, he doesn't. Andrew holds it on.
How does he do it?
That's
How
incredible.
does Taggart do it? This is a defensive masterclass that's unfolding before us. As Miku losing his gap up front right now. It's 8/10. What is happening right now?
The pressure indeed up front is happening. I think we're seeing Piazza now with Weber and Lisandro going to make a 3-car fight for P4. I cannot believe my eyes, honestly, for what we're seeing here, Arthur. But through the final chicane we go. And Jack.
It's 2 more laps. 2 more laps for these drivers. 2 more laps for Taggart to pull off this defensive masterclass for P8 right now. And Miku, what's happening there? He might be able to lose a position again in the last lap, which would be unfortunate to see, but it's great racing. As Jack's still behind, he's not able to make the move right now into turn 1. He's still standing behind. I honestly doubt he'll be able to make a move the way Andrew Taggart is pulling this defensive masterclass right now. It really has to be applauded.
Indeed, fantastic defense from Andrew might mean that with 10 minutes left to go, that could be the last chance that Jack had to take 8th place away from the Irishman. Braking hard though, through turn 4, he's not giving up, and you can see in Jack's eyes he really does want that 8th place indeed. But Tommaso Sorbi though, 4 tenths off, Miku is struggling.
This is only going to help Becca more in the championship right now if Tommaso is able to make the move. And he keeps getting closer. The two Hyundais will be going into the final lap, still battling. It's crazy to see. Miku has been having great pace all race, but it keeps dropping. As Sorbi even had 5/10 in the last lap on him.
Indeed, could be the effect of Jeremy, which I think these cars have indeed suffered a bit from. The lap traffic, even if you just get out of the way, does sway the momentum a bit. These guys will be approaching for their final lap now. Sorbi's last chance now to try and catch up to Miku now. Are we going to see a last minute change here? We've got the 3 sectors he has to do. Can the Italian do it? And Miku immediately goes defensive down for turn 4. He knows it might be slipping away if he doesn't take action now.
Sorbi still behind as further back there's again a three-way battle between Taggart, Jack and Bellman, but Miku slides through that corner, slides through the exit. He has to defend heavily. He's gonna go.
No way.
He's putting the pressure. He's getting in Miku's head right now.
Here's his
fake dummy move.
It compromised his line. It compromised his line. Might be all the things that he needs. The 5 seconds, 6 down. That's going to be the time all over.
He's
and
in the
down.
slipstream.
Turn 10 is going to be one of the best I've ever taken opportunities for Tommaso to do. Miku holds out for the inside line. He swings right for the outside. Is it going to work? It doesn't quite
He's
work.
going wide.
He has to take off for the accident and has to rejoin back into the racing surface. That might have been the best chance he could have ever gotten. But Miku holds on for the inside line, and that was the best thing that he could have done at that moment. Just a few corners left to go for Marcel Miku. Is it going to hold on a pole position to race win here? Let's see, for the chicane, Tommaso swings over for the inside
Sorbi
of the
really
chicane,
goes for it.
and he doesn't quite do it. Miku almost
No!
sideways. It's going to be going
again!
for the final corner, and the Italian doesn't. He goes on through past Marcel Miku to cross the line, and he wins. I cannot
Sorbi
believe it.
wins it. Final corner. What a race. As we're looking at Piazza right now. Still fighting with Narashto, as Narashto is also getting pressure from Tani. What is happening?
Mega 53 completes his podium streak, continues on through to 6 race wins. Piazza goes on through just about from 4th, ahead of Weber Narashto. And Tani behind. The best that he could do is 6. That makes Audi 4, 5, 6. It was a bit of a collision over for the background.
Further back.
Leila Perchani is the best efforts. The best out that she can do is 7th. Andrew Taggart will go across through the line with his battle with Bellman and Jack. It'll be a very impressive 8 for the Irishman, and something that he can take home with a smile. And Jeremy, upon his debut here in the TCR Challenge, is
what a race.
11.
But no, this finish. It's like the MX-5 race earlier today. The final corner. I think the final corner has to be Miku's weakest point around the strike, because 2 races, not completely in a row, but 2 races today, he loses it there. And other drivers were able to benefit. It's unfortunate, he still holds on to P2, that's great. But with the lead he had at the start, it sucks to see.
Oh my goodness me. What if there's a possibility we can see for here? Oh my goodness me.
My God.
That was so close. And I think it was just for the final chicane, just a title line compared to Sorbi. It's Sorbi benefited from that from the final corner.
Slight bit of contact there even.
It was, and Miku with the slipstream. Yeah.
It's the same exact move like the MX-5s. It's an ambitious move from the car behind into the chicane, pressuring Miku to go deep, and then the exit gets compromised, and then it's a race over pretty much.
Oh wow, I that was close. That was
Panka still,
extraordinarily close. But yeah, Sorby indeed comes through here as a race winner here. As I think just the board has indeed, I think, having a bit of an issue, but that's fine. Sorby wins with Marcel Miku over in second, and my word, that was so close indeed. I think
edge of my
Penka
seat.
53 in third, Piazza in fourth, Webb and Rashto in fifth, and then following that, I think it was Sorby uh, fifth, I believe. Leila Battaglia seventh, Andrew Taggart eighth, Samuel Bellman ninth, Jack 0391 10th, and Jeremy completes through a very exciting race. I
What a
think
race that was indeed.
I
I
think
think
it'll be good.
I think my Assetto Corsa crashed indeed, but the stream is still up there as it stands, so that's going to be perfectly fine, and we'll continue on through that phrase frame. But until then, we have interviews now. So wow, that was oh man, give me a moment. I just need to kind of relax myself a bit. Ugh.
I completely understand. It was a great race we had today, and we will be back, of course, next week with Laguna Seca. But right now, interviews. Marcel leading the entire race from pole, and then the final lap, it happened. Why did the pace go down?
Well, to be honest, it was just the screen freezes were getting the better of me.
Yeah, that's
And
unfortunate about sim racing. Yeah,
yeah, I was getting quite a lot of screen freezes. I mean, maybe not too much, but at some point it was actually killing me through some corners. And then the back marker kind of made me lose my focus.
yeah, we completely understand. You still very cleanly had a very nice pole, and then yeah, unfortunately it dropped back, but still great battling into the final lap. Unfortunate to see a repeat from the first MX5 race from today, in the final turn, final lap again, but still
Um,
great fighting for you.
yeah, I mean, the MX5, I don't really mind it too much because of the standings, but the TCR, yeah, this one is gonna hurt going into the finals.
Exactly. It isn't much you
Especially
gained.
since
Yeah,
Yeah, especially since I have Penka, who's my rival at the moment, and he finished only third. So even though I
exactly.
still gained points, I am still way too far behind.
Exactly. But still, great race, man.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Then Leila, you also had a great race. Great few battles. A few incidents, for example, mainly in turn 10. What happened there?
Simply, the car wouldn't want to brake. That's pretty much it. Even I'm running ABS, and the maximum that the brakes can brake, so 110% brake force. Even going full braking, the car wouldn't stop. Simply as that. I reckon it's the BOP that was inflicted to the car, because I don't know if they set it in a quali mode, because as long as the car is in quali, it does well. But as soon as the car was slightly heavier, it didn't want to brake at all. I still was
Yes.
lapping on the same laps of the other guys. I was like 2 tenths slower. I was on 44, 54, sorry, 9.
You
That's my
did,
best.
yeah, you did get the fastest lap two times throughout the race, but I think somebody else got it
Yeah,
afterwards
somebody took it.
behind
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
But
yeah. They
still,
got like
great
44
pace.
to
It's
54
really
too.
promising. Do you think the pace will continue into Laguna Seca for next week?
Not really. I absolutely hate the Laguna Seca, but yeah. I mean, honestly, today was all about the VOP. If VOP wasn't there, I could have qualified. Since I qualified like P6, I could have definitely gotten around the podium, but VOP made it impossible. Also, when like even on the slipstream, I have the minimum amount of rear wing, and still the Audi was slowly but steadily going away from me, even in slipstream. So
Yes, still very great race. Now, Sorby, how did that race go for you?
Yeah, it was, let's say it was a pace race, not so much as a fastest lap race, like constantly trying to edge the other out, but we, I think I stayed behind Marcel at 2.7 seconds for three quarters of the race, let's say. Then I had a big help from the lap car, which I noticed that it made him lose focus. I gained a little bit, and then during the last laps, I think I don't know, maybe the lighter car, less fuel, maybe I put a lot of rubber down during this week, which I can't normally do. So I'm pretty happy with myself, and I hope I can carry this on onto Laguna Seca since I like that track as well.
I mean, that's great to hear that you like that track. Will hopefully then work in your favor. Now, how did that final lap go for you? Because we were sitting in the commentary box, we saw the gap go down. It was with 2 laps to go already down to 5/10, and then it all happened. How did you plan to only make the move in the final chicane, or what was your strategy throughout that final lap?
Oh, absolutely not. I was gonna send it everywhere, but since I couldn't reach him in time, or since I didn't want to overextend on corner exits to minimize the risk of losing time and etc. I tried to stay as close as possible. I tried a little move on the outside at the end of the back straight. Didn't work out, but I wasn't done, and I showed myself in the last chicane. I made him lose a bit of the racing line, and then I had a backdoor exit, and that's it, really.
Exactly. It was very nice and very beautiful to watch. And, congratulations on this very great last lap, last corner win.
Thank you.
And also, good luck to you guys for next race, where we will be heading towards the United States for Laguna Seca for another 30-minute round.
mm. Yeah, I reckon they're gonna be crashes in Laguna Seca, especially around the corkscrew.
Yeah, at
Not too happy
least
about that, yeah.
At least there's no sausage curve, at least this time round. Thank you very much all for watching. Thank you as well to Niku, Sorby, and Petalia for the interviews. And also big thanks as well to my co-commentator. Indeed, you've been fantastic, Arthur, and I enjoyed having this commentary with you. As he's mentioned, we continue on forth with more sim racing action. Le Mans Ultimate Series would continue on 4th in America, in Texas on Saturday. We will have the Formula Taurus as well continue on 4th next week, and the MX5s and the TCRs will continue on 4th next week as well. Around the same time, same place, we'll be traveling over to North America for the round at Laguna Seca. But any final closing thoughts out there?
Well, great racing. Really enjoyed sharing the commentary box with you, and we'll definitely share it many more times.
Indeed. Thank you all very much for watching here at Phoenix Sim Sport, and we'll continue on forward with more sim racing action. Until then, I've been Emirates. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.